Welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. It is another brand new week and another brand new car. Much like every other car, this thing is only 20 points. And it is the Lexus LC500 from 2021. This thing has 471 horsepower and it has 398 foot-pounds of torque and weighs a whopping 4,266 pounds. But it does have a 5-litre V8. In terms of looks, it looks very sort of space age and sort of sci-fi from the front. And going to the back, I don't know really what to think of the back, to be honest, but oh well. Going to the inside, I've got your usual Lexus dashboard and fancy new looking steering wheel, and a lot of stuff over to the right hand side, including touchscreen, dials, buttons, dashes and more. But let's go ahead and take a listen now to that V8 if I can find the right camera view, and we'll see just what this thing can do. So now I have the shiny silver thing back here in the garage. Let's go ahead and take a look at conversion and see what we have. And we've got a very special edition that we'll come back to in a minute. Anyway, engine swaps, we have got 4 for this thing. We have got the racing 3-litre inline-6 turbo, so 2J. We have got the LFA motor. That's cool. We also have the 6.5-litre V12. I believe that is the Aventador engine. And we also have the racing V12 as well. So, interesting. And of course we can go ahead and twin turbo or supercharge the car should we wish to. But I'm more intrigued by this. Let's take a look. We have got a Liberty Walk body kit for this thing. And how does it make it look? Not too bad. I don't really see too many and never mind. Yeah. Okay. We're going to rock with this for a bit, but I like that. Wait, does this mean there is a Liberty Walk wing? There is, and no, it's more of a Liberty Walk ducktail than anything else, but at least it's not that. This thing starts out on street tyres, and we're going to go ahead and take it up to semi-slicks, and we're going to go and take this thing for a little bit of a race. But first, let's go ahead and check out the paint. But before we do that, just take a listen to this, a little bit of sort of exhaust note change between the two upgrades. Yeah, I think we're keeping that. Okay, so over to paints, and somehow broken the game because the engine idle is still going on where it shouldn't be. Oops. Yeah, it shouldn't be doing that. Anyway, going ahead and taking a look at the manufacturer paints, we've got a few. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different colours, and that looks honestly awful. Okay, so I've just gone in to get this thing race prepped, and why do you have 10 gears? 10 gears? I just don't get it. And away we go. Let's go ahead and see what this thing can do. We have maintained a solid 8th place off the start, but we're just going to go ahead and move over so the cars behind us can't get past, and hopefully we can put that nearly 500 brake horsepower to good use, because we've got some thicker tyres, but this thing is very, very understeery. Come on, please turn. Come on, can we get past the big heavy Bentley? That would be a no, because it keeps moving over to block us. And on the brakes, there we go. Come on. Yes, there's spaces! We're going to ignore half of what just happened. I did not hit anything. Insurance companies don't see me. Ah, come on, first is right there. First is right there. We have the speed. Oh, come on. We've taken out some boards as well. Oops. Come on. There we go. I will take that first place, and I will go and continue the rest of my day. Thank you very much. 70%. We're still holding first by some absolute sheer miracle. So, 95%, and we are nearly at the line. Please turn. That's a wall. There's nothing else behind us, at least I hope there isn't. And across the line we go with hopefully a first place. Come on. There we go, in a time of 2 minutes 13. I feel like I could be quicker. Okay, so that was interesting. Now let's go back over to conversion, because sadly we do have to take off the wide body for this one. But we are going to go ahead and chuck in, I think, maybe we'll go with the racing V12. Okay, so the other V12 didn't work. I went back to the 6.5 litre and oh my god, 1,500 horsepower. So it turns out the only other front aero option I missed was just this weird splitter tow hook looking thing. Didn't miss much. And now we go and tune everything again. So with the 1,500 brake horsepower, we're going to go ahead and roll up to the drag strip. But first, a wheelie check. Can we get it to do it? Oh, there's a high possibility I could. So let's go ahead and get our launch control, and oh my god, the flames. Right, away we go. Let's see what we can do with this thing. Hopefully we can try and get a decent speed out of it. I mean, we've got more than enough power to. And this thing is actually, honestly, absolutely insane. Do we get 200 through the camera? We do, 203, which is not too bad for something that is ending up in S1 class with the drag tyres. And the brakes are actually not half bad, and we didn't hit something this time. which is always a plus. Well, and I'm going to regret this. We are going rear wheel drive, and well, no, we'll come back to that later. But we're going to go ahead and throw this thing for its top speed at 1,515 brake horsepower on full slick tyres, if I can find them, in rear wheel drive. This was a mistake. Right, we'll go ahead and lower this thing, and then we should be good to take this thing for its top speed test. So here we are now over at the edge of the motorway. The front of these lights still look like the Nike Sports logo, but let's go ahead and see what 1,515 brake horsepower can do in a car that weighs just a shade over 3,000 pounds with a little bit of weight reduction. And yeah, it's rear wheel drive, so I'm slightly scared of this thing, but oh well, let's go ahead and see what we can get. This turn's always a pain. Come on, make it. There we go. And out of the speed zone at 265 miles an hour exactly, which is actually kind of impressive. And now to the downhill, our local speed camera, and see what speed we can get out of this thing once and for all. Hey, where'd the traffic go? Anyway, through the camera at 271.8 miles an hour, and to downhill 274. Can we get one more mile an hour at 275? Nope, 274 miles an hour, and oh wow, the anti-lag. I don't care about your Horizon Arcade. Shush, be quiet. So now we've got the LFA motor, we have got a wide body, and let's go ahead and have a little bit of fun, because we're going to go ahead and drift this thing. So aside from realising I should have painted this thing a much brighter colour because it's now gone to night again, let's go ahead and chuck this thing through the drift zone and see what we can get, because it's struggling a little bit on the first run through, so we'll keep it in second, and we get 34,953 points, and we're going to go ahead, spin this thing back around, and see what we can do on run number 2, at this time going back the other way. Hopefully we can beat that number, but well, I don't know just yet, so let's go ahead and see what we can do with a lot more sideways this time. But is it going to be enough? Kinda. 33,456, which is honestly not too bad at all. This thing's actually a really, really nice car. So all in all, the LC500 is actually a pretty fun car. Would I go as far as to call it the ultimate Lexus? I don't really know, but it sure is definitely a very close second to the Lexus LFA, of which I believe this thing was meant to be built upon. It was either this or the RCF, I'm not quite too sure, but it is indeed a very, very nice car. But of course, that is going to be it for me, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and let me know in the comments, what do you think about this thing, because I'm really intrigued to know. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Seg out. Bye. No, I don't want to get in the passenger side. Let me out. Let me out.